Welcome. The Jewish Museum Vienna holds in its impressive collection more than 20,000 objects. Each one tells a story of time and past, of people and destinies, of disappearance and continuity, of Vienna and the world. One of these stories I'd like to tell you now. Please follow me.
These white leather gloves belong to the imperial and royal engine driver Julius. He was wearing them when he was driving members of the royal family. Also in 1914, when he drove the heir apparent Franz Ferdinand to Sarajevo. Julius came from Bohemia. He was a Jewish soldier serving in the Austro-Hungarian monarchy. In Bosnia he met Franziska Beer. They married, had 3 daughters and lived in Sarajevo. One of them, Amalia, married Andrea Latal, a Gentile, whose family was hiding Jews during the Second World War and saved their lives. The granddaughter of Julius, Liarka, sold the gloves and the photographs to the Jewish Museum in 1993. It was her intention to bring those keepsakes in a safe place during the Bosnian War, but also to make some money. Besides Julius Broad's gloves and photographs, other objects exist in the collection of the Jewish Museum with references to Sarajevo. Several photographs of the synagogue in Sarajevo, one of the cemetery and of the famous Sarajevo Pesach Haggadah were part of the collection of the Old Jewish Museum Vienna. In 1895, the Viennese Jewish architect Max Fleischer prepared copies of illustrations of this Haggadah, which came in 1900 to the collection of the Old Jewish Museum Vienna. Of 4 tableaus, each with 6 illustrations, 2 still exist. As all books that are read during Passover, the Sarajevo Haggadah tells the story of the liberation of the Israelites from the Egyptian slavery. This Haggadah was written in 1314 in Spain. After the Jews were expelled from Spain in 1492, it was brought to Bosnia. Throughout different wars, this unique work was saved and conserved. Today the book is kept in the National Museum in Sarajevo. In 1928, Kalman Langsner donated postcards with illustrations of the Old Jewish Cemetery, the synagogue and the Sephardic Cemetery to the collection of the Old Jewish Museum Vienna. A presentation board with 4 illustrations from the collection of the Old Jewish Museum Vienna shows the interior room of the synagogue in Sarajevo. From 1940 till 1992, this board was part of the collection of the Austrian National Library and was to be returned to the Jewish Museum Vienna. These 2 amazing objects from Bosnia arrived in our museum not too long ago. They are a donation by Trude Berger. These 2 candle holders tell us the story of Hanukkah, which reminds us of the victory of the Maccabees over the Greeks and Syrians more than 2,000 years ago. The little silver one is a Chanukiah for travel purposes, manufactured out of a belt buckle. The theme is the top of a palm tree, a widespread Oriental symbol. On the second candle holder, 9 glass balls for the Hanukkah lights are assembled on a half moon. This so-called Seder bowl is used during the dinner at Passover, remembering the Exodus from Egypt. It originates from the 19th century, is made of tin and shows a hunting scene of the Pesach Haggadah of Sarajevo. This pair of white leather gloves leads through European history and the history of the Jewish Museum Vienna. It tells us about its former owner, his family, their destiny, and how things become museums' objects.
Come to the Jewish Museum and discover the stories behind the objects. We will be pleased to welcome you.